can't. I mustn't. I need to be patient. It will be over soon. Oh, finally. Our Saras in all its glory. I never knew I would miss it this much. The sound that resonates and quickens the spirit. It is good to hear it once more. And this light. I had almost forgotten how beautiful it is. It brings clarity and quiets the mind. Forgive me for my indisposition earlier. At times, an excess of sights and knowledge seems to overwhelm me. Allow me to introduce myself, this time in a proper way. I am Josephus, a sailor of Captain Lear's crew. Glad to welcome you in the sanctuary of Saras, child of the surface. Tell me, was it Squall who dared steal the Carnix? I understand. It's a shame he ended up like a common thief, defying the destiny of Saras. Squall was bosun to Captain Lear, a damn loyal one. He never questioned the hierarchy aboard the ship. If he dared steal the Carnix, then little remains of the fine sailor he was in the old days. I think that after all that befell us, he came to bear a grievance against us. That theft was just petty malice to show disrespect. Crude, is it not? Anyway, he's gone now. We should let him rest. Ah, yes. The next step. You were brought here at Nimwe's bidding. She wishes to meet you. Yet she lies beyond the deepest of depths, and only Captain Lear knows the path to her. But here we are. The hour has come. We must rouse that old cur from his slumber. And for that, the melody of the deep must be played once more. I will need the help of my old companions, Ercol and Apps. This is the second thing I ask of you, child of the surface. You must find them and persuade them to play their part. Each of them remains bound to what was appointed to them. Apps is the caretaker of the children of the one who gave us life. You will find him in the Ulcerate. And Ercol tends to the Lord of the Sea's knowledge in the archive. It's truly a sacred duty. He made sure that nobody would trouble him. Just be careful, child of the surface. It has been a long time since I last spoke with these two. Saras is not a safe place, and their domains might have turned even more spiteful. Stay vigilant, though something tells me your presence here isn't mere coincidence. When you convince them, we'll meet at the chapter house, and consider yourself invited, of course. Trust me, you won't want to miss the moment we play the organ. Ah, and here, this is for you. Some parts of the sanctuary require you to cut into their bowels to enter, and they won't yield to any surface blade.
So it was you who brought the light back to our land, was it? Thank you. Genuinely. I felt suffocated. The darkness kept me trapped here, and I've been stuck in one place for too many years already. It doesn't matter. You'll meet others like me, reef bounds, and they'll treat you with proper respect. As for me, I'd rather see myself disappear into the sea of knowledge. Because of the shifting waves, I ended up stranded here, but thanks to you, I can finally move on. Forward, if the Lord of the Depths allows it. I've heard of a place where I won't be disturbed. That's what I miss the most, Toplander. A bit of peace. Oh yes, very much so. I'm escaping the cage built for me by the one who should have been closest to my heart. I'm running from guilt and injustice. The kind that gets planted in your mind and grows until you start believing it's your own. Tell me, how would you feel if someone dear to you kept saying they couldn't live without you, even though you know it isn't true? Then why keep doing it to yourself? You actually believed it? Take it from me. As long as your loved one still has their own tail and fins, they'll manage just fine without you. Let them shout, let them throw things, but don't fall for their games. It's not worth it. Took me years to realize I was just a pawn in someone else's game, letting myself be used. But I finally found the strength to walk away, and I won't let anyone stop me again.
Well, well, well. Aren't you something? Josephus was right. The child of the surface actually exists. What a surprise. And that Carnix thing, that was your doing, wasn't it? I thought so. Now I wonder if you'll manage to bring the other organists. But enough about you. I'm Merrick. If you're willing, we can strike a bargain. I never fully believed all those stories about the child of the surface. Why would anyone ever come down here from up there? And Josephus tends to tangle facts. Sometimes he speaks about two unrelated things, as if they were somehow connected. I think it's something with his head. Not enough air in there, perhaps. Or maybe that is when he truly is himself. But it happens to everyone, doesn't it? Apps and Urkol. Those two are not quite the charmers Josephus is. One adores violence, the other hoards words. Knowledge. What's the use of it when we're trapped in a place like this anyway? Papa would like us to have us near him, no doubt. And still, we're left to curl up here, beneath the roots. Lord of the seas, terror of the deep. He bears many names, for he is manifold and unfathomable. Like the sea itself, the sea is his domain, and we are his faithful, his children. Some believe we should find a way to let the sea into Saras, to become one with the rest of our father's house, the infinite waters. He's a feisty one. He has to be, to perform his duties. He tends to our Lord's children, raises them, tames them, and tries not to be eaten in the process. The children are always hungry, you know. Be careful when entering his domain, the ulcerate. You might end up as a meal yourself. He isn't human anymore. I doubt he ever truly was. His mind is entirely devoted to the will of the Lord and his knowledge. Try not to disturb him while he's working. And for the love of the sea, never, ever bring disorder into his dominion. It could harm Saras as we know it. Joseph has told me the story of the founding of this place 100 times over. And each time, he's just as drunk on his own words. The chapter house this, the chapter house that. From that whole ramble, I remember only this much. He built it together with the other three. Lear, Urkel, and Abs. Back when they still felt anything nice for one another. Now Lear sleeps, and the organists are divided. Problem is hardly the right word. Problems are for friends or lovers. Something drove the organists apart. That much is certain. No one dared to ask what. Oh yes, I knew him well. Long ago, at the very beginning, he would visit the chapter house from time to time. He seemed like a sweet boy, a bit shy, always absorbed in browsing my wares. That cave of his, he truly tried to carve a place for himself there. But I think he carried a great deal of grief inside him. A longing for things that could never be. I never thought it would drive him to such madness. I'm sure you'll find something pretty for yourself. Leaving already? I'll miss you, sweet. want to strike. I'm sure you'll find. Not much to tell about that cutie. Poor fool. His art lies in pieces. He must like it here. I think that he even liked it when Soros fell into the shadows. That happens from time to time. It goes dark, and everything becomes quiet. It's getting dangerous out there. There are creatures that love to lurk in the shadows. The chapter house is usually closed by then. Only Josephus can leave. That's usually when he plays the Carnix. But this time it was stolen. And Josephus started acting weird. But then you brought the Carnix. And with it, you brought a bit of light back into our lives. How sweet of you. Yes, yes. Yeah, I'm sure. Leave.
I'm astonished, and it's hard to find the right words. I would never have imagined that an underwater kingdom lay so close to Avalon shores. Let us study it carefully. I want to learn how it came to be, and why it called to us. I have a feeling this will be quite an intriguing journey.
dear. Oh dear, oh dear. A faithful. A live one at that. Not scaly, not fin-bled or reef-bound. Oh, you don't have an ugly mug like one of the scions of the depths. Truth be told, you're quite pretty, aren't you? Damn. I mean, welcome to the First Church of the wonderful Congregation of the Saving World of the Prophet Above the Roots. I'm so glad to have you here, First of the Faithful. I'm Magdalene. Oh dear, you're so sweet. Well, if I'd known you were coming today, I'd have tidied up a little. The altar's a bit dusty and my things are all lying around. Oh, this is so embarrassing. I'm sorry, Faithful. I swear it doesn't always look like this. It's just no one's been here for quite a while. Well, truth be told, there was no one here apart from Boz. Ever. Oh, right, Boz. Do you know her? Well, she lives in the nearby village, Tumbo. You two should get along. Boz is great. Yup, she's my friend. Well, sometimes at least. Boz is a Finbled, like me. She lives in Tumbo. There's always something happening there. If you're ever bored, I'm sure she can find you something to do. Boz always has the best ideas for adventures. We're from the same litter in the Ulcerate. You could say we're sisters, in a way, even though she hatched from a different egg. My true brothers and sisters were eaten by the scions of the depths. It happens sometimes. Yes, a church of the Prophet, I think. I hope I haven't garbled it. I'm still so new to this. There weren't many useful instructions in that coffer, only a strangely written handbook. The Bible of the Red Church, I think it was called. There was also some historical books and a few prayers. I'm glad the Prophet chose red. I like that color. The Red Church sounds really good, but I've decided I won't use the ready-made name that fell into my fins. You need to prove yourself in a church, right? No, no, no. You've got it all wrong. Oh, the coffer was sent to me by the Prophet. Well, that's how churches work, don't they? You raise your hands upwards and then you believe really, really hard. And there it is. One day we find the goodness sent to us by the Prophet. And that goodness, it gives our lives purpose. That's what happened to me, at least. The Ulcerate is not the nicest place to live, you know? I was always alone there. But I believed one day something good would happen. And it did. I was summoned by Lady Prophet Kai and became a priest. Oh yes, quite a lot actually. In the prayers and handbooks, there's a lot about a plague. That the plague will come and eat us all or something. But I don't know about any plague, and I don't see why it should come for me. What does it want from me? I don't have anything of value. It should mind its own gills, or nose, or whatever it has. Oh, I'm so sorry. Back in the Ulcerate, we'd get sick sometimes. Usually it was brought by tadpoles, or young Finbleds that escaped to Saras for a moment. Sir Apps and his helpers always got really mad when that happened. Sometimes it was just stupid parasites, but other times, entire eggs would die. My Red Church will protect and cure those who come here in need. Thank you, Faithful. Sometimes, even a shepherd can learn something from her flock. It was cold and dark, dampness and slime everywhere. The ones who hatched close to Sir Apps had it best. Boz and I hatched deep in the Ulcerate. Older Finbleds and tadpoles often sneaked in there. They bullied the weak. The tadpoles, well, they were the worst. Sometimes, they even ate some of us. Usually, they grew into the scions of the depths. They're insatiable. Not when it comes to hunger, but entertainment. that's what the hunt is for them. Not at the beginning. When we're big enough, Sir Apps and the carers decide who to let out into the world. But some of us choose to escape. The rest stay in the ulcerate, waiting to be let out, or searching for a chance to run. Me? I escaped. Boz had been let out a moment earlier. We agreed she'd wait for me, and she did. Together, we wandered to Tumbo. It's easier for Finnblades to live in groups. It's better together. We start a church, or we collect knowledge, like Boz. And sometimes we turn feral. Most of the Finnblades end that way. They get hungry and it makes them stupid. But it's not their fault. It's just how it is. Usually I read the Prophet's word and try to listen to what's inside me. That's what the handbooks tell me to do. It's very hard, listening to what's inside you. Sometimes, when I focus too much, I start hearing my heartbeat and get anxious that I'm going to die. It's the same when I breathe in too much bulb fume. If I ever heard voices speaking to me, I'd keel over for sure. Apart from that, I knit and sometimes make trinkets. Everything for the Prophet. Searching for salvation in the Word. Oh, I'd love that. That sounds like something you'd do in a church. I'd love to see what you have for exchange. I know, but I thought about it for so long and I just couldn't decide. At first, I thought the First Church would be a good name, because we don't have anything like that here in Saras. And then I thought, no, it will be the Wonderful Congregation, because we don't have that in Saras either. But it felt silly not to mention what the church is about, so I added the saving word of the Prophet above the roots. To be clear, in the end all three sounded fine, so I just combined them. But since you think it's too long and not very catchy, the First Church, saving, roots, you're right. It is a lot of words. And truth be told, I don't even understand some of them. Oh, yes. I didn't think of that. Neat. That's such a good term. The Wonderful Congregation seems to best reflect what this place is meant to be. Even though there are only two of us, so it's not much of a congregation, but we're both wonderful. Yes. Anyway, there you have it. The Wonderful Congregation. You know, I'm really excited. My first faithful. A new name. It's like a new beginning. Yes. But that doesn't bother me. There is a right time for everything. Even for Boz to find a moment to spare for me. She's just very busy right now. She needs to gather knowledge, like everyone in Tumbo. Oh well, I don't think they really understand me, you know? They've decided I don't fit in. I don't have enough knowledge, and I doubt I ever will. And I understand them. You don't need to fit in everywhere, do you? Truth be told, I got used to not having my own place. But I'm here now, in my church, my very own place. And you are here too! Ha! It's really amazing. I'm not alone. May the Prophet watch over our exchange.